For 8 years, I dedicated myself to Daniel Carter, the CEO of one of the most powerful real estate companies in the city. I wasn't just some employee. Earned his trust, closed million-dollar deals, and stayed late to keep the business thriving. I respected him, looked up to his leadership, and felt grateful to be part of his inner circle. But everything shattered the day I discovered he was sleeping with my wife. It wasn't an easy truth to face. First, it was only a nagging suspicion. Elise, my wife of 10 years, grew distant. She dressed differently, spent more nights out, and guarded her phone like it held state secrets. Whenever I asked, she brushed me off with excuses about stress or friends. I wanted to trust her. I truly did. Then one night, it all came crashing down. She claimed she was meeting her girlfriends for dinner, but barely an hour later, I received a text from a coworker. "Hey, saw your wife at the Grand Hotel. Thought you two were staying there." My stomach sank. That wasn't what she told me. I rushed out of the house immediately. The Grand Hotel was upscale, the same place Daniel often booked for meetings. Or, as I was about to learn, far worse. I stayed back in the lobby and waited. Then I saw them. Elise stepped off the elevator, adjusting her hair, and right behind her was Daniel. They didn't see me. They were too wrapped up in their conversation, too sure they'd never be caught. In that moment, suspicion turned into fact. I felt sick, fury and shame burning inside me. My wife, the woman I loved, had betrayed me. And Daniel, the man who shook my hand every morning, had stabbed me straight in the back. Didn't confront them. Not yet. If I was going to end this, I needed to be smart. For the next week, I collected proof. Elise grew secretive, but not enough. Phone records showed late-night calls to a familiar number. Bank statements revealed hotel charges that didn't add up. And Daniel's private calendar listed meetings at strange hours, always away from the office. Piece by piece I built the case. The chance to expose them came sooner than I thought. Each year, Daniel hosted a high-profile networking gala for top clients and investors. It was his stage to show off his reputation for trust and integrity, and I was ready to tear it all down. The night of the event, I played my part perfectly. I shook hands, smiled at Daniel, even greeted Elise like nothing was wrong. She looked stunning still, unaware of what was about to happen. Halfway through, Daniel took the stage. He preached about loyalty, trust, and strong partnerships. Hearing him speak about integrity was almost laughable. I let him finish, then stepped forward. "Ladies and gentlemen," I said, raising my voice above the chatter, "before we celebrate Daniel's success, there's something you should know." Daniel's smile faltered. I connected my phone to the event's big screen. A photo flashed up, Daniel and Elise walking out of the Grand Hotel. Gasps echoed across the room. "That's my wife," I said, calm but firm. "And that's your CEO. Taken last week." The whispers spread like wildfire. Elise froze. I clicked again. Screenshots of their texts filled the display. Asterisk can't stop thinking about last night. Same time next week. Asterisk the crowd erupted. Daniel stepped forward, pale and tense. "This is absurd," he stammered. "Private matter, not the place." "Oh, but it is," I cut him off. "Because trust matters in business, and your investors deserve to know if the man handling their money can't even stay faithful in his own life." One of our top investors spoke out. "Daniel, is this true?" He had no answer. The proof was right there. The gala unraveled instantly. Clients whispered, investors walked out. Phones buzzed with rumors spreading. Daniel's empire cracked before my eyes. Elise tried to reach for me, but I stepped back. She had already made her choice. By the next morning, investors pulled their money, clients severed ties, and the board held an emergency meeting. Within a week, Daniel was forced to resign. Elise begged, cried, swore it was a mistake. But there was no fixing this. I packed my things, left, and didn't look back. Daniel lost his career. Elise lost her marriage. And I walked away with my dignity intact and a job offer from one of our top competitors. In the end, they thought they'd won, but I made sure the final victory was mine.